Since its 2020 debut, I've often praised the Digimon card game for having references to various aspects of the franchise, from the anime to the video games to the virtual pets, and even the original card game from the early 2000s. These references that can be found in the current Digimon card game make it all feel like such a love letter to the entire franchise, as well to the fans. But what are some of the best references to Digimon World on the PlayStation 1 that can be found in this card game? Before I begin, I just want to point out a quick honourable mention going to BT11's 008, which is a Bearmon which references the opening to Digimon World 2003, and this honestly inspired me to make this video. I have so much love for Digimon World 2003. I remember sinking hours upon hours into it as a kid, and I never even really finished it. It's just so much fun, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. So every time there's a reference to Digimon World 2003, I eat it up. In terms of references to the first Digimon World game, however, I just want to start off this video with the Centaur Clinic from the first game. Now, this is of course where Centauramon works, and we get to see it also in the 11th booster set in 39 Centauramon. I love how we also see a Dromogimon in this because I have so much nostalgia for Dromogimon because of the drill tunnel in Digimon World, where I don't ever remember getting particularly far into Digimon World as a child, so I have a lot of memory of just hanging out in the drill tunnel. That's mainly where my nostalgia comes from, because I never got that far because it was really hard to without guides, and I didn't have the internet back then. So I think I got to like the Badlands and the Mangroves a few times, but really I spent a lot of time in the drill tunnel. So a lot of the references that I mentioned being super nostalgic will also be from fairly early on in the game, because basically I sucked at this game. I still suck at this game. It's a fairly hard game, and also try playing it without a guide when you are like 10 years old and just like Digimon. Probably another reason why I put so much time into Digimon World 2003 is also no guides, very hard. But in any case, that's the first reference, the Centaur Clinic. And next up we have, of course, the meat farm, which everyone remembers, the meat farm. It's where you get meat from, and you're basically introduced to it fairly early in the game. Because Digimon World is a virtual pet or virtual pet-esque game, you of course have to feed your Digimon, and what better way to feed your Digimon with this, I guess, organic, homegrown, vegan meat? So of course the meat farm is seen in one of the first sets of the card game, and it's in BT1007 Tanemon. And I just love how honestly hardworking Tanemon looks in this art. And again, super nostalgic for this kind of funny meat farm. Because again, does that mean it's vegan because it grows in the ground? Or is Tanemon just like planting the remains of, I don't know, her victims or something along those lines? Next up, we also have one that I only vaguely remember because I think later on, once I did get the internet, I still couldn't really get the hang of Digimon World, but I ended up looking at a lot of like screenshots online. So we have Mojimon's Igloo, and it's a pretty cool reference. It's kind of like a little bit of a smaller one. It's not as obvious as the other references, and this is in the 6th booster set in card 24. It's pretty cool, but it's a pretty small reference, but it's a cute one nonetheless, and also I just love Mojimon. I have no idea why, but I also feel fairly nostalgic for Mojimon as a Digimon on its own. That might just be the anime though. I don't recall having access to anything else with Mojimon on it. I don't think I ever got that too far up to it in Digimon World. And I didn't have a version for Digimon Original as a kid, so it's likely just the anime that I have this like strong feelings towards this random Digimon, but I really think is cute. Next up we have probably one of the most reference places, weirdly enough, in Digimon World in this card game, and it's the Monochromon shop. Now, I also have very strong nostalgia feelings for this because I do remember actually getting up to this point, but I don't think I played much further than this point. I know when I replayed it when I was slightly older, I think I might have been in university, I got a hand on the game, and I remember getting this far, but with heavy amounts of guides. So I also really have a lot of feelings for the Monochromon shop. And it's referenced twice in the 5th booster set alone. So we have Monochromon himself in BT512 and a customer Weedmon in BT550. So 2 references in the one set, and I'm fairly certain it was referenced in a few other cards as well, but those are the 2 that come to mind, especially because they're in the same set. I love the Monochromon shop. I'm fairly certain it's one of the... Like, if I think about Digimon World, I think about, obviously, the Drill Tunnel. We've already went over that. But I also think of the Monochromon shop. I remember not being very good at that either. At least, I can remember myself not being very good at it. So I'm assuming I was absolutely terrible at it. And the next one is a last one to finish it off. And that is the Monzaemon kind of area that he hangs out in, kind of like in the Toy Town kind of area. It's a really cute one. And it's back in the first set once more with BT138. And it's a similar seat in how is found in Digimon World. And it's very cute. I do like Monzaemon. Again, I have a lot of nostalgia for this Digimon. Mainly probably on the basis that I remember a lot of the original cheats, or quote-unquote cheats, for the Digimon Original Virtual Pet involving some super strong version of Monzaemon, but they were never actually real Digimon. They were like skull shooting Teddymon and flaming Teddymon and something along those lines. Digimon that don't actually exist and were just like hoaxes, but everyone just sort of believed these cheats online because who would honestly lie online? Anyway, so those are just a few of the references for Digimon World in the card game. Of course, there are references to so much more of the franchise than just the card game, but I just wanted to start things off with those references. If you like, I might do more of these videos pointing out some references in this card game, because while I don't actually play the game, I do collect the cards, and I just really appreciate the art on the cards. As just a long-time, lifelong fan of the franchise, it's just really nice to see, and it's just really nice that the actual, like, Bandai themselves are actually putting so much love and care into this card game. When it was first announced, I was worried that it would be kind of dropped and abandoned, and it wouldn't be, like, picked up by many people. But hey, it even got an international release, and it feels like it's doing pretty well. So, in any case, those are my thoughts about some of these really cool Digimon World references. Let me know your favourite reference overall in the card game in the comment section below. Of course, I'm fairly certain I want to make more of these types of videos because it just made me so happy just looking up pictures that I could use for this video before I started writing it, or I started really recording it even, obviously. But it just made me really happy to talk about the franchise even before I recorded, so I'd be very happy to do more of these. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video for a hard-working Tanemon who may also be a murderer, we'll never know. Subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!